How's it going, ladies and Bruces? I'm Bobby Sixkilla and welcome back to Meteor World Actor, Badge and Dagger. You remember in the last episode, the Commissioner came after us with their sick-ass fire powers and beat the shit out of us and shot us and shit. And then took us in, I suppose. So, I guess we'll see what happens next. She definitely had it out for us, anyway. Not again. In a world of darkness, I'm dreaming. And it hits me that I've had this dream before. Bummer. The dream keeps going all the same. You've grown. You still got room to grow, Ruka. Don't talk like you're my teacher. What, like I'm not? I beat the ABCs of fighting into you, punk. It's only thanks to me that you're Ruka the cop. If I'd known how you were planning on jerking me around, I never would have signed up with you in the first place. Maybe not. You'd have wound up as a trashy thug with no clue how to even use your powers. Like, you're already better. You changed your tune since last time, huh? You're pretty chilled out today. Because I'm done trying to win any fights in Dreamland. If you want to die, I don't mind killing you again. Bet you wouldn't. Guess I can't even smoke right in here, huh? My dream coat didn't come with a pack of dream cigarettes. Your fighting and flailing weren't helping anyway. A cop can't save a whole country. Who says I even want to? I never tried to pull off anything that big. I'm just trying to take out the... same thing. Turns out a cop can't stamp out a cult either. Buzz off. Oh shit. I accidentally hit my mouse wheel. Sorry. I'll end them if it costs me my life. It's like talking to a brick wall. Maybe try telling the wall something interesting. Why'd you join the cult? And when did it start? You seriously think I've got answers for you there? Why the hell not? Figured maybe you do since no one else does. No dice. This is your dream, kid. I'm just a figment of your brain. You can't tell me anything you don't already know. And I can't tell it to you either. Not much of a dream world if you ask me. Pretty much. You're gonna die soon. Then you'll fall down into the dark like me. One of those inevitable dooms, huh? Try not to leave too many regrets lying around. Regrets? Don't make me laugh. I've only got one regret. The cult just isn't dead enough. But I'm still alive, so I'm working on that. Stupid kid. Ow. The sensation of something hard and cold at my back wakes me up. I'm staring up at the 13th's too familiar ceiling, from the floor of all places. I'm lost and confused. So you're up. You into watching people sleep? The sight of you splayed out on the floor was amusing. I mean, endearing. You're a weirdo. I haul myself upright into a seated position. What is Curator doing in the 13th? The others aren't around. Oh right, they wouldn't be. The memories came back into sharper focus. I got called up by Daimonji, and she popped a cap at me, which hit me in the shoulder and... I grabbed the shoulder with my hand. Ow, ow, ow! You've had first aid, but the wound will still hurt. You did take a bullet after all. Go to hell, dude. To think the legendary silver bullet was ready for field use already. You knew about those things? I'd heard rumours. They say it's the latest in anti-keeper weaponry, but it also does the damage of a normal bullet. In other words, it's capable of killing the target. Uh-huh. I find it difficult to fully approve of, but it's undeniable that it's a powerful weapon. And who was that woman? Commissioner Daimonji. She must have introduced herself. Scary title. Scary lady. Scary way of fighting too, apparently. She's tougher than I thought, yeah. If I'd really been serious, I hear you went down more quickly than I expected. Shut it. There's some people out there you never want to fight. That's an excuse, but not a baseless one. You'd be at a disadvantage against an evenly matched flame user. You can assume that's why she approached you that way. It certainly solidified the situation. Our powers have been completely locked away. Sure feels like it. I've been trying to turn them on this entire time, but I'm not even getting the slightest response. How long's it gonna last? Good question. I don't understand the technology. It might be hours, it might be days. It might be until the bullet can be removed. You left it in there? Commissioner Daimonji prohibited its removal. Give me a break. Unlike a regular bullet, I'm told it's safe to leave embedded. Apparently they'll remove it later for reasons of information security. They told you that and you listened? I never disobey orders from above. I can't run roughshod like you do. He's a cold, cold man. Why are you in this situation? You must understand by now. This is the outcome of cult investigations. The cult? Never heard of them. Stubborn as ever. You won't be investigating in that state though. Stick your nose in the cult's business without any powers and you're dead. Say what you want. I'm not digging around the Cult Massacre anyway. I'm so innocent I can sue the agency for making assumptions. Even if that were true, no court would rule your way. What an unfair society we live in. Is that news to you? The world has never been fair. I've known it my whole life. Perfect then. Anyway, you need to lie low for now. She can't keep her attention on you forever. And you want me to stay locked in here until she forgets. Be glad you're not locked in a literal cage. It pretty much is this place. Luckily you have nowhere to go regardless. It even looks like you've got cozy in here. It's enough to make a guy miss the old days. You don't miss your freedom till it's gone. Grin and bear it. And rethink your approach. Think hard about dropping your cult investigation. Maybe if I had one. You don't look inclined to rethink anything. You know me too well. Since back when we were even greener. Same to you, Jack. Maybe one day you'll learn to distinguish the two. Yakuta gives a tired sigh. Anyway, you've lost your greatest weapon. If you want to keep your life, you'll keep to the ground. Thanks so much for the warning. Yakuta leaves the 13th without another word. When I'm alone, I check the time. I must have been out for a while because it's the dead of night. Wish I'd asked for a meal. What? Are you serious? You're being too loud. I feared for my eardrums for a moment there. Anyway, shush. This isn't the 13th. It's the 13th room though. Still, your voice could carry. I don't want this getting around. Right, of course not. I called Clarice here to fill her in. I'm not sure there's any point in letting her know, but she's one of the few people who knows my powers to begin with. Maybe she'll figure out some way to be useful. And you're sure losing your powers has to do with the higher up lady? How high up she is, it's hard to say. I haven't seen her after that. She could still be an enemy. But if she wanted to kill you, she could have done that after she took your powers. I don't know why you'd still be alive. Well, you got me there. It's definitely from the bullet she put at me though. A bullet that turns off powers, that's an amazing weapon. You're telling me. Most keepers couldn't do a thing about that. And the more confidence you have in your powers, the harder that thing can take you by surprise. You can't use your powers whatever you do? Nope. It's like I'm all the way piled up. Worse really. Even when I piled my powers away. When I peeled my powers away, I can still get a reaction out of them. But this time's different. It's as if my keeper powers are entirely gone. So you're totally powerless now? You're not wrong, but you don't have to say it like that. What, powerless? That's the word. I prefer the term differently powered. Differently powerless? Now you're doing it on purpose. I pinch your left cheek and yank. Owie, owie. Differently powered. Differently powered. Good enough. I'll let go. So, what are you gonna do from now on? Figure out just what it is they shot into me. See whether waiting lessens the effect. What if it never gets any better? I don't even want to consider it. I'll be all out of ways to eliminate the cult. I probably couldn't even walk the streets safely. I need my powers to stand up to them at all. Fighting without them would put me on a fast track into a coffin. Personally, I think you're better off this way. Huh? Well, whenever you use your powers, they reduce your lifespan, don't they? So this way you'll be healthier. Short term, yeah, sure. You think I'm worried about that? Maybe not, but that's when the door to the 13th opens. We exchange a look on cue. What are you doing? I thought the 13th was shut down. You again? My hand moved faster than my head, straight for my gun. Calm yourself, you know where we are. That's Ruka. What the hell do you want barging in with no invite? Did I forget to excuse myself? Well, excuse me. She finally says hello. Great. Not my gosh dang point. Verbally, at least, I can give it to her. Are you okay, Ruka? Do you know you're talking to a commissioner? Guess I am, huh? Thought she had to be a fake, but she's a genuine commissioner after all. As I told you. If she's in here, then that's not a lie. Could you answer my question from before? What are you doing in the shutdown 13th? Detective Hiryu? Detective Clarice? You know who I am? Of course. For someone so much further up the org chart, she's weirdly well informed about the 13th. Was it her? The one Ikuta told me about? You ordered the 13th to be dismantled? Looks like it'd fit, but... So, may I have an answer? Sounds like you got all your answers already. Bet you know the pickle I've been too. I see. I had heard that you were sleeping at the agency. This is the room then. Yeah, she already knows. What'd you come all the way down here to me for? I only wanted to see how you were doing. You seem energetic and physically stable. No thanks to you. You filled her on in your present circumstances? The weapon I used on you was the very latest. Its safety has not been satisfactorily tested. I couldn't be certain that all it would do was seal your keeper powers away. It could have killed me while it was at it. We lack data to rule that possibility out. Not funny. By now you must understand your position. Your keeper powers are safely locked away. Ruka, I'm pretty much naked, yeah. Right now I'm completely, differently powerless, right? You gotta stop saying it like that. I'm at the end of my rope here, you know? I'm sorry. The end of your rope? I don't see your situation as despair-inducing. I'm supposed to wave my powers as a cheerful goodbye. Humans have no powers in their natural state. They were never meant to have abilities beyond mortal understanding, but you have them. That only some small percentage of the populace has them creates nothing but unnecessary chaos. Bull. Put one of those things in your own shoulder too then. Sounds fair to me. Does it? In a world without keepers, perhaps I would welcome that opportunity. Hey, right back at you. Take away everyone else's powers and you can take mine too. Is that so? I can't stop you from agreeing with me. When will we get back to normal? You really want to know? You won't. You're a powerless human now. Ha! Like I'm gonna believe that. I know a thing or two about how this stuff works. Specifically, there are drugs that can shut off powers for a while, but they only last as long as they stay in the bloodstream. As soon as whatever's interfering goes, my powers turn back on. Interesting. When I get this bullet out, I'm back in business. That about the gist of it? You can hypothesize all you like. What I shot into you was no drug, but a bullet. An impurity lodged deep within your body. Even if you remove it, it's too late for your powers. I think I'll just get it out of me and see. You could try it. Is she actually serious? I figured she'd be angling to keep it where it was. Let's discuss more productive topics. Suspect what you like, it won't change the fact that you're without your powers. You need to accept the position that puts you in. If you want to chat me up, I can listen. Start with why you did this to me. I'm technically a detective. We're similar people. I'm technically considerably above you, but... Could you ask your friend, the other detective, to leave? I can't discuss this further in front of a third party. Yes, I'll get out of your hair. Clarice was all ears for the details, but can't pretend she didn't hear a direct order. She slumps out of the room. Now, shall we continue? If you can make it quick. There's no hurry. I don't intend for you to hurry much going forward. Scanning the 13th, Daimonji finds herself a chair. The 13th Division, commonly called the Sideliners. It was always a misfit corner of the agency, but it seems to have been particularly well equipped. Did you make good use of all the facilities? She taps a random key. They were weird, but they were good. Like you? Not as good as me. Maybe not. I don't have any doubts about your abilities. She throws me for a loop. Most people I know wouldn't bother flattering me, put in her position. You pretty much wiped the floor with me though. Our powers put me at a serious advantage. That was a battle I was certain to win. I'm sure there were opponents that you could beat who I couldn't. I wonder. For example, I think Daz would have given me trouble. Now that's a blast from the past. There was no need for her to drop his name either. She's showing me that she knows my life. It's not just when she's shooting at me. I have to keep my guard up all the time with this woman, even in easy conversation. Maybe I'm only making you all the more wary. You're a far more effective detective than those around you give you credit for. What if I told you you're a bad judge of character? I wouldn't change my evaluation except based on my own assessment. I could count on our officers of your capability on the fingers on one hand. Maybe you're hiding some extra fingers. She's hard to keep up with, goddamn. Of course, you do have your flaws. Your instincts sometimes outpace even your intellect. It must be difficult for your co-workers to understand you. Okay, get to the point already. You're not just here to bring me flowers. Very well. You seem well informed about the cult. The cult? I don't get why you keep bringing them up. I know what everybody knows. How strange, reports behold me that your investigations have been as extensive as they were unorthodox. that you've been eliminating more than just false leads. Those are the rumours at the very least. You know how crazy rumours are? Of course. I believe that these are true though. Got any proof? Nothing solid at present. It's as if your powers turned the evidence to mist. She's sharp. I have something I'd like you to look at. No more empty notebooks, okay? Okay, I wouldn't expect the same trick to work twice. Trying it again would likely leave me the one caught flat-footed. I doubt it. I'm an extraordinary citizen with his powers chained up, and you're over there being the strongest firekeeper I've ever seen. I couldn't take you if I tried. I wonder. As Daimonji sticks her hand in her pocket, I ask her a question. You lured me out in Ikuta's name because you couldn't meet directly, right? Yes. Then what are you doing here? Before I needed to seal your powers. Yep, that's what I thought at first, but it doesn't quite click. If you wanted to take away my powers, you should just hit me as hard as you could with your authority. Meeting up in some dark alley, there was no way I was ever going to trust you. The conversation might have gone more smoothly in here, but could I discharge a firearm on the premises? Bet you could in the right situation. You shot plenty of firearms at me anyhow. Kinda doubt one little round in here would bother you. So at that stage, she felt the need to hide our meeting from someone. And now that she's here talking, it's like it's no big deal. What changed? You're welcome to theorize, but I think you'll find what I have to share more interesting. Daimonji produces a small memory stick. She sticks it in an empty slot and exposes the contents on the display. These scenes could inspire a lot of questions. Were they your doing? I recognise the faces in the image, and the places where they died. My own face stays blank, giving nothing away. An ice-powered keeper. That isn't something I've so much as heard of before. How'd you even find that out? Not a lot of people know me that well. I'm afraid that's a trade secret. Too bad. She won't let it slip, and I can't beat it from her. If you know your way around your powers, I can think of any number of ways to remove the corpses. Not that I expect you to help narrow it down. Help how? I've never seen it before in my life. What we know for certain is that the cult is targeting you. Me? I'm keeping up the know-nothing front, but she's better informed than I ever expected. Probably has the evidence to back her play here too. We in the NPA's upper echelons find your activities extremely problematic. You can theorize however you want, but you're doing some nasty speculation there. Speculation? I hope that's all it is. And yet the cult is unquestionably after you. That creates a certain need for us to react. With a bullet? A legitimate cyber bullet? Legendary silver bullet. Same difference. They're both bad names. For a not so bad weapon, sadly. I apologise for taking such forceful measures. I didn't think you would be so obedient as to give your powers up more peacefully. Yeah, no, I'm a model officer, but I got my limits. You couldn't pry my powers off me unless you did what she did. So this thing you're looking at with the cult, supposing I was involved, what would be the point of shutting me down? You just trying to make it me easier to kill? Hardly. That she denies outright. It was the optimal measure to keep you alive. If I hadn't sealed your powers, you would have died before long. The how? What's this woman smoking? Ha! My powers are what kept me alive. Without them, I might as well be dead already. True, they're necessary to you in a fight. In a fight, did you hear me? You're innocent of any accusations I levelled, right? Of course I am. I'm not digging up the cult case, or attacking them either. In that case, you wouldn't expect to be fighting the cult. I'm correct, of course. There's a sting in the tail. Sure. It's going to screw me up on my casework too, though. Your regular casework? You keep your powers concealed within the NPA. You minimise their use in your everyday work, I believe. Which might not be unrelated to your familiarity with power-suppressing substances. I swear I can't get this Commissioner Daimonji enough credit. How long it took her? I don't know. But she set up a perfect strategy to shut me down. Do you have any arguments? I can think of a few more, but she's probably should be one step ahead of me. No, I'm out. We'd just go along with it. She looks like a doll, but she's a dragon. Very good. In that case, I'll leave you with orders to work within the agency's walls for a while. Huh? Go about your duties without leaving the building. Hold up, what is this? I've cleared it with the chief of the 13th Division. All perfectly official. What are you playing at? We think our accusations were accurate. That would make working outside very dangerous for you. If the cult came after me, I couldn't even stop them. You're to sleep here in the 13th Division. That explains why they left the 13th's room intact here. Daimonji was behind the scenes, manoeuvring it all. So I'm locked down in here. Your own room is blown up. You don't have anywhere else to go, do you? Well, no. This is the safest place for you to be. You thought of everything. There's no need to thank me. Don't worry, I won't. I'll remain here for a little while. If you had anything to say, don't hesitate. Keeping an eye on me, huh? You're reading too much into it. Commissioner Daimonji leaves me alone in the room. So I'm on house arrest. Can't say I like it, but I'm all out of options. Out in the streets with the cold out for my blood, I'd be lucky if I lasted 3 days. I was planning on burning my bridges and going to war, but it looks like the brass found a way to burn me first. I stroll out into the smoking room to think it over. Ikuta appears, like that's what he was waiting for. Looks as if someone's been putting the squeeze on you. You wouldn't have. Wouldn't have what? He looks confused, but then he's a good liar. I'm asking if you're the one who sold me out. I stick the end of my cigarette in Ikuta's face. He doesn't even flinch. Come on, give me a blink. A wink? Clean that jocular membrane. I mean ocular membrane, you idiot. I said what I said. Now answer my question. Supposing I said it was me. Unruffled, he halfway admits it. I'd shoot you dead right here, right now. Want to give it a try? Pulling out another smoke, he actually eggs me on. So that's how it is. I take a long drag and let the fumes smoke out my anger. As they curl through my mind, I relax. That is tobacco, isn't it? I haven't got the balls to smoke something else here. It wasn't Ikuta who rated me out. The conversation tells me that much at least. You know a guy this long, you learn how to read him. You made too many moves. I'm not the only person who's had his eye on you. That's so. You don't seem willing to pull back and let the cult be. The who? You and Daimonji keep getting on my case there. I got nothing to do with the cult. And you're welcome to insist as much, but the brass is considering arresting you outright. That's a keyword I can't let slide. Arrest me? They can't have you out there dispensing vigilante justice, let alone capital punishment. I know you're stupid, but I don't want to believe that you aren't that dumb. So I think you should just trust me. I don't kill people over every little thing. Look at him square in the eye, I speak firmly. I see. If you're defending yourself this hard, yeah I am. Then I can't believe a word you're saying. What's the guy gonna do? Anything at all, ever, to justify trust. I looked you square in the eye, you hear me? Square. That means very little. You would lick my feet if it would get you what you wanted. Yeah. Wait, no, I mean, depends what I wanted. If a little eye contact would win my trust, you'd never hesitate. I know Ikuta pretty well. The flip side of that is he knows me too. You lose all perspective when it comes to the cult. You really don't trust me, huh? I don't, and I never have. Not for a moment since the day we met. Is that a disappointment? Nope, wouldn't want your stupid trust anyway. It's not like I ever trusted you either. I haul myself up from the wall that I was leaning on. Remain here on the premises as ordered. They'll let you loose eventually if you're clean. Eventually. When do you figure that means? Beats me. As soon as you could be cleared of anything cult related. In other words, it ain't happening. What happens if I ignore my orders? You'll be caught, if no one kills you first. Neither is an outcome that you want. Yeah, not so much. If it's one or the other, then... Nah, too soon to worry about that. You've spent your whole career off the leash, but you want to play the good boy for a while. Provided no more evidence emerges, you can at least stay alive and remain a detective. Somehow I doubt it. Then admit that you've been pursuing the cult case. Do that and you can either enter witness protection. That would mean changing my face and my name. It's a rare grace extended to those who offer critical information to help crack big cases. Don't make me laugh. I've sucked about enough smoke in here. It was a waste of breath anyway. In the end, I'm still right where I started. Wait. What now? This time I can't simply sit back and watch. I'm well aware that my words go in one ear and pass out the other. What you gonna do about it? Tie me down worse than Daimonji already did? Good luck, he'd have to arrest me. I'll consider it. I need you out of commission until this is solved. What you're thinking of would be an easy option. You're so damn considerate. You may be useless, but letting you die would keep me up at night. Thanks a bunch, but that's off the table. There's gonna be rumours if I die. You wanna clean that up? You're gonna need a big mop. I can't imagine how much of a mess you would make. I'd make the cop cutter case look like peanuts. Sorry, but I don't take orders. I'm gonna teach Daimonji that too. I'm not surprised. But, what will you do instead? Go frolic outside and get yourself killed? I might not last an hour on the streets. That's genuinely how big of a pickle I'm in. I'll scheme up a plan. I'm glad to learn that you're smart enough to fear death. Just so we're clear, the cult's got nothing to do with it. Because I never touched that case. I'm doing normal scheming for handling normal criminals. I see. Combating keepers certainly isn't easy. Facing them down directly takes power of some sort. your face-first approach to them will have run its course. Shut it. My keeper power count as my powers. I don't intend to deny that, however, you've still been stripped of them, so how will you react? Look, I said I'm thinking about it. Anyway, I'm gonna need some help here, Curator. No. Hear me out, man. It'll be something to do with your loss of powers. Okay, I guess he doesn't have to hear me out. You heard of the thing before, right? Only whispers. But that's its development was so far along, it came as a shock to me. Its effectiveness is a mystery as far as I'm concerned. Do some digging. I said no. Yukita stubs out a cigarette and starts walking. Why don't you try to enjoy what's left of your life? Yukita leaves the smoking room. I stay and remember I was supposed to be smoking. I light up and draw the smoke into my lungs. What am I going to do now? Watching the grey vapours rise into the air, I send my thoughts curling at my problems likewise. My keeper powers were always evil, threatening to cut my lifespan short. But they were also the one thing keeping me alive. Without them, stepping outside's a high-risk activity. And the cult's eyes are getting sharper by the day. This sucks. I've been shut up in the records room all morning. Not especially working, just passing the time. This is scrub work. Bad news, you're the scrub now. Hey, Komachi. Sounds like you heard about me already. You stand out around here, you know? It's tough being so cool. I guess there's something debonair about how you live. Right? Just not in a good way is all. Are you still sure you wouldn't be better off staying with us in traffic? You're super good at spotting junkies, I guess. Give it a rest. So, how'd you mess up this time? I didn't mess up. I got pranked. People can be so jealous. I kinda doubt that. Come on, where's my yes and... That reminds me, I need a favour. You want the word on Commissioner Daimonji? Have you got radio dishes for ears or something? No, I just know how your mind works. And from what I hear, she's coming down to our level just to deal with you. What can I say, the ladies love me. You don't believe that. It's because you're a problem child. I figured I was just one thing on a checklist, but I guess she really is going out of her way for me. Probably because she's got more on me than I'd want. When my apartment exploded, that was the turning point. Keep your head down for a while, okay? Like for your own sake? We'll see. I gotta get back to it. See ya. Komachi leaves with a casual wave. I leave the building too, going to Love and Peace. You sure you want to be out there? I'm just getting something to eat, cut me some slack. It's the middle of the day too, nobody's that stupid. Maybe not, but do you have any way to protect yourself? If they start shooting at me, I got you as a shield. No you don't, I can't stop bullets. I'll be busy eating, so too bad. You're on bullet duty. I'm a tiny little pixie, I'm not your shield, you animal. As I head out the door, I find my feet growing heavier. I stop and I find I can't move another step. What's wrong, Ruka? Nothing, it's just kind of funny. I always hated my powers, but take them away and I feel danger from every direction. I'm made out of openings right now. If somebody did attack me, I'd be defenseless. Damn anticlimactic way to die. Don't jinx it. Want to go back if it's not safe? Hell no. I drag my heavy feet forward one step at a time. I'm gonna have to get used to this. Stay indoors because I'm too scared to go out and I'll freeze up when some cold exec tries to kill me. Can't have that, I still gotta kill them all. Whether I got my ice on my side or not. My defenses add up to one paper-thin pixie, but I've still got firepower. That special gun you take such good care of? Yep. I can still fight even against a keeper. Maybe, but... We're here. The cafe isn't far from the agency, and the walk was never taken so long before. There's never taken so long before. Still, I step inside. There I see some unexpected faces. Oh, it's Ruka, good morning. Yo, you're here too, Harrelson. It's been some time, have you been well? Nah, I'm holding up okay. You raking it in alright from Strikos? I found myself blessed with more and more to do. Were I but a little younger, I could take on twice my duties again, but... Yep, so what's up today? Today I'm what they call off-duty. I got permission to take the day off as well, to match. Got it. So that's what you're doing here together. Right by the window. Kinda wanted to sit further inside today. Too late for that now. Mind if I join you? Not at all, please. Mel clears off the seat next to her, but Harrelson moves too. Come over hither. Don't you dare sit next to Mel, his eyes. Oh man. Oh, well, we're going to wrap this one up here because we're out of time for today, so we'll leave this question as a cliffhanger. I'm totally going to sit next to Mel though. We'll do that in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next episode.